Attorney Marvin, what is VAWA? VAWA stands for the Violence Against Women Act. So this was a law that was created to help support principally women, but you don't have to be a woman to benefit from it. People that are abused by a sponsor for immigration purposes. That could be a parent, could be a spouse, could be even children. If you were the victim of what they say battery or extreme cruelty by one of those family members, then you can use that harm committed to you to be able to self-petition. Self-petition, meaning normally you have a family member sponsor you for a green card, and you move forward with the green card process, do your interview, and you get your green card. So if you're a victim of battery or extreme cruelty by somebody who normally would be your sponsor, you don't need them anymore, okay? You can qualify as a self-petitioner. So you can file your own stuff. You don't have to even tell the person who is your abuser that you're moving forward with the process. So it's designed to be a safety valve for people that were being brutalized, basically enslaved by a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident, and taking advantage of someone who doesn't have the right to do anything. Horrible thought that somebody would take advantage of another person and keep them captive because they know that they don't have immigration status and they can't do anything about it. So that's what the VAWA is all about. So you still have to have that initial relationship. You have to prove the relationship with the U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident, but you no longer need them to be able to move forward, okay? So for spouses, you got to show that you were legitimately married, that you were in a relationship that was bona fide or genuine. You still have to prove those things. It's just that you don't need your sponsor as part of the process for you to be able to get your green card. You still have to show that you're married. You still have to show that you lived together for a period of time and that you shared and blended your life with that person in order to qualify for the green card. And again, it's a little bit easier if your sponsor would have been your child or your parent, because it's easier to show the blood relationship between those relatives than a spouse. But you no longer have to ask for their permission. You don't have to ask for their support or their signature on the application. You can do it yourself. And again, most abusers don't even know about this. They don't even know what's going on because, again, that's part of the power, right? Part of the power is that they know that you can't do anything. You're stuck and you need them, and they're going to continue to exploit you because they think you need them in order to live in the United States or to be able to get a green card, okay? So with VAWA, you don't need to worry about that. You just need to be able to prove all the different requirements. This is absolutely a process where you're not doing it yourself because it asks for very sophisticated and very specific evidence to prove the relationship and to prove the abuse, okay? It's not enough to say that you were abused and you had to leave the relationship. You have to prove it, okay? So an attorney who does this is going to be very successful, and it's going to be a heck of a lot easier for the attorney to do it than someone who's never done any of this stuff. So again, I've done many, many of these, and there's different things that the government looks for that you wouldn't necessarily know unless you've done these. But none of the cases I've had where I've done this with, if it's a genuine case, we've never had a problem. So it's definitely easy to prove both the relationship and the harm if there's the history. If it's genuine, it's not that difficult to prove. But it's not easy if you've never done it, okay? You get what I'm saying here? So I would encourage people to reach out to me for this process, okay? It takes, well, there's two parts to the process, okay? The petition, which is the I-360. I just did a video not too long ago about the I-360 and the processing times, okay? I do know that the processing times are between 15 and 18 months, depending on the 3 different service areas or the service offices who do it. So you first have to get the petition approved. Just like with a regular family-based petition, you need the petition approved before you can move forward with the green card process. So you get that approved, and you then are able to apply for the green card, and you move forward with the green card. In many cases, you don't even need an interview, okay? Because all the information is included in the initial filing, all the proofs and evidence. It's all there, okay? So the processing times, again, between 15 and 18 months for the first part of the process. The second part, which is the actual green card request, that varies a little bit, but it's generally between 10 months and a year to get that approved. So said and done, it's a year and a half in total, roughly, for people to go through this process. Again, it's not that difficult if you have an attorney that's done it, but you definitely want to make sure you're doing it the right way, because right now this administration is all about throwing landmines, throwing hurdles in front of people so that they trip up and they fall on their faces, okay? There's a lot of things that can happen to immigration, whether it's intentional, I think a lot of it is, or whether it's just bureaucratic in nature. There's a lot of things that come up that are kind of difficult to deal with, or that might require additional time and effort from what is supposed to be done for these processes. And that's the main reason why somebody really needs an attorney for this, is all the weird things that you can't predict that come up regularly by USCIS, okay? Weird things happen, and I've done videos about it, so check out the other videos about stuff like this, because it gives you a good idea of what's going on with immigration. Reach out to us. Again, subscribe. Click the alert notifications so you get notified when we release videos like this. Reach out to us directly. Go online, marvinlawoffice.com. There's many ways to get a hold of us. You can do appointments, both online, video, in person, whatever it is. We're here for you. So we will make sure that you're taken care of. Reach out to us right away. I don't think anything is going to change with VAWA, but this administration is difficult. So you need to file when you think you're able to, because things do change, okay? So be smart, plan ahead, do the right thing at the right time so you can move forward with your life. And if you get your green card through VAWA, you can sponsor other family members, okay? You can sponsor children, adult children. You can sponsor, well, if you end up getting married again, you could sponsor your new spouse. And you're on a path for citizenship. Once you become a citizen, you can sponsor your parents, your brothers and sisters, okay? So the key is to get this green card first. VAWA is an amazing way to do it, especially for people that are abused and suffer through no fault of their own. It's a very important process. Give us a call. We'd love to help you.